Good morning, students. Today let us see about the foreign bodies in children. Coming to the foreign bodies, a foreign body is nothing but it is something that is stuck inside and which is not supposed to be there. Usually in children, due to inhalation or due to swallowing or ingestion of the foreign body or due to some swallowing, they will have the foreign body in the ingestion. Foreign bodies are commonly in small children and sometimes they are stuck in the mouth, ears and nose, and sometimes there may be foreign body in the eyes also. Let us today see about the foreign bodies, ingestion foreign bodies in children. The most common causes are usually the objects that are swallowed are crayon tips, small toys or toy spots, food, pencil erasers, buttons, insects, pebbles and seeds. These are the usually seen inserted objects like crayon tips, small toys, food, pencil erasers, buttons, insects, pebbles and seeds. The cause is the natural curiosity of the young children will cause the to have inserted these things, and this will lead to the ingestion or stuck in the airway. In some cases, usually an object is lodged in the body accidentally sometimes. Usually, object swallowing disorders like pica will also cause a foreign body object a foreign object in the body. Pica, it is nothing but it is a behavioral disorder that causes a person to compulsorily eat that is non-food items which have no nutritional values, and it is a temporary disorders in the common in children and in pregnant. Usually it becomes dangerous if the patient eats any toxic substances like metal and detergents. And the common symptoms usually include pain, nasal discharge, choking and breathing problems. And how it is diagnosed means by taking the history to determine what object is inserted. And the regular symptoms usually you see blood in the saliva or coughing, drooling, dysphagia, failure to thrive, sometimes fever, food refusal, and foreign body sensation in the throat or gagging reflexes, irritability, pain in neck, throat or chest. Recurrent aspiration or pneumonia is also sometimes seen, and respiratory distress, stridor, trachepnea or dyspnea. These are the symptoms usually seen in the ingestion foreign body. Blood in saliva, coughing, drooling, dysphagia, failure to thrive, and sometimes fever, food refusal, foreign body sensation in throat or gagging reflexes, irritability, pain in neck, throat or chest, and aspiration, pneumonia, respiratory distress, stridor, trachepnea or dyspnea. Usually how we can treat these ingestion foreign bodies. The treatment is usually by removing the object. If the object is unable to remove at the home, usually medical attention is needed, and it includes a suction machine which can pull the object out of nose or ear, and bronchoscopy from the airway. If the article is obstructed in the airway, bronchoscopy is needed. An endoscope can be used to remove the foreign bodies from the stomach and rectum. Retractors may be used to remove an object. Magnets sometimes if the object is metal, usually magnets are preferred, and surgery is necessary if it is unable to remove by these investigations. Small smooth objects and all objects that have passed the duodenal sweep can be managed conservatively by the radiographic surveillance and the inspection of the stool. Endoscopic or surgical intervention is indicated in significant symptoms, and usually these can progress through the GI tract. Foreign body ingestion is usually a serious problem that peaks in children around the age of 6 months to 3 years, and usually it is a morbidity is less than 1%, and usually more of the deaths, approximately 1500 deaths are there per year. And usually the batteries or sharp objects, if there are any batteries or sharp objects ingested by the children, what to do? First, you have to observe whether the patient has ingested any small or blunt object, or either it is below the diaphragm, or either it is above the diaphragm and it is asymptomatic if it is beyond the reach of the endoscopy. And surgical removal is considered for the blunt objects beyond the stomach and that remain in the small same location for longer than 1 week. And usually here ABC is consistent, that is A means consistent good quality patient oriented evidence, patient will be normal. At B, inconsistent or limited quality patient oriented evidence, that is patient may be with some discomfort. And coming to the C, usually the disease oriented evidence, and usual practice expert opinion is needed in these cases. And coming to this, 40% of the foreign body injection in children are not witnessed in many cases, and usually when the symptoms develops, then only there will be suspected for the foreign body injection. It happens around 50% of the children. And there mostly the complications usually we see in the foreign body injection are bowel obstruction, perforation, erosion into the adjacent organs, fever, nausea, vomiting, tenderness and pain abdomen, and melena. And these can be identified by the radiographic studies. And sometimes here we can see the free air or dilated bowel can be seen in the radiographic studies. And usually the identification is by plain radiographs usually, and every 3 out of 325 children will have 64% ingested objects or we can identify by the radiopac studies. And mostly here in the pre-endoscopic era, 93 to 99% of the blunt objects will be passed out without any intervention, and approximately 1% needs surgical removal before, and 10 to 20% of the children will have managed by the endoscopy. Usually before implementing these radiographs and endoscopy, the treatment was only 93 to 99% they were without any intervention, the objects were removed, and only 1% needs approximately the surgical removal by using the endoscopy. In facilities without endoscopic capacity, usually the barium esophageography is considered after consultation with the gastroenterologist. And here when the patient has been swallowed a sharp radiopac object or a fish bone, then we have to use direct laryngoscopy and endoscopy can be performed till the symptoms comes negative. And here in the object erodes in the aorta and the death can occur, and sharp objects may usually perforate the esophagus. And when there is a button battery and sharp objects will be lodged into the esophagus, usually emergent endoscopic removal, and all the foreign bodies that are lodged into the esophagus should be removed from the when there are usually button batteries or sharp objects, usually the esophagus, in the esophagus there is an urgent endoscopy removal of all the substance that are lodged into the esophagus or the stomach. And here in the stage 2 also the Foley's and the here this Foley's can be used, that has proposed to remove the coins and similar objects from the esophagus. That means a small tube can be inserted in the endoscopy. Using this endoscopic tube, we can remove the coins from the esophagus. This is the under the strict aseptic criteria. Usually this technique is performed. A single coin must have been lodged into the esophagus for not less than 24 hours in the child with no history of esophageal abnormalities and no respiratory distress or no prior foreign body ingestion. That means within 24 hours it should be removed if the baby is having no other complications. And here in the Foley technique, usually the catheter is beyond should be passed beyond the coin and the balloon is inflated, and usually dye is inserted and pulled out under the fluoroscopy, and this technique has a high success rate in the pediatrics. You can see the image. In this image you can see the coin identification and the tube is inserted beyond the coin. Esophagus will pass spontaneously. An expert panel is recommended for the sharp objects that are to be removed endoscopically. And for the sharp objects usually that cannot be removed endoscopically, they should be followed with radiographs, and surgical removal is considered within 3 days if the object does not come out in progress. For the large objects usually that have not traveled beyond the duodenal curve, it should be considered endoscopic removal, and because of the increased risk of obstruction and the complications. Usually the experts recommend endoscopic removal of items larger than 2 centimeters in diameter and longer than 3 centimeters. And for minute objects usually no treatment is needed, and usually they come out safely if not in the esophagus. Most objects will pass within 4 to 6 days of ingestion, but some take up for about 4 weeks also. And patients who have swallowed blunt radio objects should be followed with weekly radiography, and parents should be instructed to watch the passage of object in the stool. And any foreign body that has not passed the stomach within 3 to 4 weeks can be removed endoscopically, and blunt objects beyond the stomach that remain in the same location for more than 1 week should be considered for surgical removal. And here a foreign body will cause fever, vomiting, abdominal pain, and some other if the problem persists more, usually emergency removal is ordered. And 2/3 of the parents fail to identify the object when there is child's stool and when it is passed away. And some experts recommend contrast radiographs if the radiolucent foreign body is not seen in the stool. And coming to the button batteries, usually early intervention is indicated for patients who have swallowed button or disc batteries because of the potential burns or direct corrosive effects. Burns can occur as early as 4 hours after ingestion. Button batteries that remain in the stomach for more than 48 hours or larger than 2 centimeters in diameter should be removed endoscopically. Once they are passed in the duodenal sweep, 85% of button batteries pass in less than 72 hours. Radiographs should be obtained every 3 to 4 days to follow the progress of battery until it is passed. Usually in the ingestion of the foreign bodies, usually when the object is not let out within 24 hours to 48 hours, usually endoscopy intervention is needed. Okay ma, thank you. Hope you understood the topic. We'll continue in the later.